Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Modern Mining. Well, today I've kind of realized that I've caught the AI bug. I want more AI rigs and I want them now. And that means I need to buy more GPUs, more frames. And I normally do not like to just go out and spend a ton of money on mining. I try to keep my investment at a relatively static amount. So for the past year and a half, I've been fluctuating between like $8,000 to $12,000. I buy a little hardware, sell a little hardware. And so if I want to buy more hardware, then I need to sell a little hardware. And today we're going to go over my two GPU mining rigs here, kind of pick which cards we want to keep, which cards we want to sell. And then I very well might just totally remove this frame from the shelf and mix and swap the GPUs so we can maybe get a full EVGA card rig, 12 card rig to keep as our one GPU mining rig, keep a few GPUs for salad, and then the rest list on Facebook. So today we're just gonna take inventory of everything, move some stuff around, and list some stuff to sell. Let's get into it. Are you tired of your current mining pool offering pretty underwhelming tools and high fees? Well, today I'm here to talk to you about EMCD.io, the sponsor of today's video, and how to make the switch and why you might want to. EMCD has a couple key benefits that put it ahead of other pools. They offer an extremely competitive 1.5% base fee. They also offer human support 24/7, so you can get any issue you have quickly handled, which is huge. EMCD has an all-in-one ecosystem that includes a staking platform as well as a built-in wallet platform. Pretty cool to have it all in one place. The biggest benefit that you'll receive with mining through EMCD.io is the ability to merge mine. And not only can you merge mine Dogecoin, but you can also merge mine Bitcoin, which is massive. You can mine Bitcoin and any other merge mineable coin at the same time, Fractal Bitcoin being the big one. EMCD will also auto-optimize for the maximum amount of profits for your set amount of hash rate. Why not get the best bang for your buck? So if you think you're ready to try it out, I'm gonna leave two links down below. The first one is a 20% discount on commissions for the first 30 days for new users. And the other is a special link for those miners who have over 5 petahash in Bitcoin hash rate. Click that one and EMCD.io is gonna give you some special offers that even I don't know what they are. So check them out, guys, and let's get back to the main video. So quick update. What is the date today? I think it's like June 8th or 9th. I need a date on one of my little meters here. And quickly we'll go over the salad updates. So unfortunately the 4090 has been pretty disappointing. It has been getting the least jobs. My two 3070 rigs have jobs right now. This one just found one. It had been off for like 2 days, but this 3070 rig and this one the 3080 have been killing it. They've been jobs full on for the past week or so. So this is disappointing. I want this to be improved, but it's not deterring me. GPU mining is still turned off and salad is turned on and making good money. So I want to go ahead and keep investing into more salad rigs with the hope of maybe one day I put a shelf right here and have 3 rigs on top and 3 rigs on the bottom for like 9 AI rigs total. That would be pretty dang crazy. I do have 2 more on order, the supporting hardware. There's one of the frames right there and some other stuff. So I do have the supporting hardware on order and I can throw 3070s on there. But like I mentioned, I'd like to get some better GPUs, and to do that, I need cash. So let's take a quick inventory here. Maybe turn these lights on of what we've got. So 1 GPU here, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 11 GPUs up here, 12 GPUs down here. I want to list at least, let's say, 6 GPUs, all locally. Facebook, probably list them for around 290. And so my plan here is I would like to have all EVGA 3070 cards, so like these 3 fan cards, and of course I've got a couple of these For the Win 3s as well. I'll keep these, and my Founders Edition cards I would like to save for salad. I also have a Founders Edition 3060 Ti, which honestly I need to try that on salad. So I need to take stock here. Anything that's not a Founders Edition or an EVGA card I want to sell. And if I counted my EVGA cards correctly, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then down here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've unfortunately got 11 EVGA cards, and then I do have one 2-fan over there for 12, but I think that's a 3060 Ti. So I can't make a full 12 card EVGA rig, but I can at least make 11. So I think I'm gonna rip this frame here off of this shelf, put it on here, disassemble it, and then install the EVGA cards onto this rig, and then anything extra, go ahead and list to sell. So I'll keep the Founders Edition, but I'll definitely sell some of these ASIC cards under here, and any others that I don't really want to keep. So let's go ahead and pull this guy off of here and start transferring cards between these two. So I do have a bike lock that locks all of these rigs on here that I'm going to have to take off, which is going to be annoying to get this rig off of here. That's a good idea when they're static, but not such a good idea when I need to move stuff around. Now the other reason I want to take this one off, guys, is just because, like I mentioned, I'll get some of that extra shelf space back. So we're going to go ahead and just unplug these two power supplies here. And just to clean up some of this cordage mess, let's go ahead and just unplug these from the PDU entirely. I actually just bought more of these cables the other day. I probably didn't need to do that since I'm going to be pulling these two out right now. Okay, so we'll get those out of here. That cleans it up a little bit, but still pretty much just a rat's nest of cables. But now that I have my two new circuits, everything is a lot safer, which is good to see. And also mounted this high quality power bar right here. But okay, I need to get the key for my little bike lock here. All right, what's going to be the easiest way to do this? It's going to be a bit sad by the end of the video. We went from 3 12 card rigs, 36 GPUs to, we'll be down to basically one functioning rig. And I may or may not turn it back on. I'll probably wait till the end of summer. I'm briefly checking the GPU mining profitability every so often, and nothing is even close to profitable right now, like to the point where it's almost not, it doesn't even make sense to yield mine. All right, let's lock this back up down here, and we should be good to go ahead and pull this rig off. I guess let's take out our Ethernet cable. And is there anything else that's attaching this? I'm going to go ahead and remove this cable too, just to try to clean everything up as much as possible. Looks like I've got a rogue Ethernet cable right here that I can take out as well. I don't know where that one was going, but all right. 4 cables out of here. I'd say that's cleaning up pretty good. The temperature has finally dropped a little bit for a while there, especially in the shelf build and the circuit video. I was dying of heat in here. What is it now? 84. It was like 98 and 100% humidity those days. It was brutal. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I also put my wall back in place. The cables are on the ground, so you're not gonna be able to see, but this slides like that, so that all the air gets pulled directly through all of my computers right here. If you guys didn't see when I originally installed this. So it's annoying to have to move back and forth, but it works very, very good to just keep everything nice and cool through the dead of summer, like the July and August months. One thing that's a bit unfortunate is, as like similar to crypto mining, as me and other content creators continue to kind of publicize how profitable Salad is and other AI rigs, the more people that turn on, especially for the lower end cards, and that profitability will kind of drop thereafter. Now, right now it still seems to be okay. Both of my 3070s have jobs, but just don't forget, guys, that for the longest time, 3070s didn't get jobs on Salad. So basically at any day, you could start not getting jobs on 3070s. So I just want to kind of warn people, do not overinvest into hardware with how profits are right now, because that can always change. But of course, with all things kind of crypto mining, with consumer hardware, and especially AI, that's the beauty of it, is that it's all consumer hardware. So these are perfectly good PCs that I could throw in a case and sell to someone if I ever needed to recoup my kind of money back. And hopefully at that point, I've made back a good amount of my funds, so it's not like I took a really big hit. But okay, got all these cables cleaned up. Let's go ahead and get this rig down. Nothing should be caught. It's been a long time since this thing came off here. Oh, it's pretty heavy. Something's got it. Forgot, yeah, I run these with 3 power supplies, so I still had a PSU cable. Oh, gosh. All right, not too bad. Someone's in my way. I'm trying to get a close-up shot over here. Let's take a look at the state of these GPUs. They've been in there for quite a while. A little dusty. Really not too bad though. What about these case fans? Those are pretty nasty. If I can carry it, I may just go ahead and bring this outside and kind of dust everything off out there at once instead of doing all the GPUs kind of on their own. Let's maybe try to do that. All right, let's see if you guys can get a nice little view of how much dust flies off this. I'll hit the front fans first. I'm gonna give you one more close-up right here. A lot easier to see the dust out here. So unfortunately, this is kind of like that pollen sticky dust, so that fan doesn't blow them off, or at least that dust on the top. So I'm gonna have to hit that with like a wet wipe or something just to get off that layer on the top right there. But I mean, overall, in the fans of these things, they don't look half bad. Certainly better than some of like the server case GPUs you'll see. So let me blow this one out and we'll get an idea of how much cleaner it looks after that. Looks a little better. Certainly sellable. This one I'll probably keep just because this is the biggest 3070 you will ever see. The Supreme X 3070 from MSI. Literally never seen one that big. All right, gonna knock out the rest of these real quick. Just a brief dust over, and then as I take them off, we can do more. All right, before I start removing these cards, I'd like to be able to immediately remove an EVGA, pull off one card here, replace it, and then dust off the one from this rig. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this rig out. I should be able to lean it on the ground if there's enough play in this thing, which there is, the bike lock. So just lean this down nice and slow. Perfect, okay. Now these ASUS cards had a lot of fan issues. I actually replaced a few of them when I got them from Death Valley Mining. I think he was trying to scam me. Just kidding. So I need to make sure that those spin just fine before I try to sell them because I don't want anyone to get kind of a bad experience. So now we can pull these off as we remove these one at a time. I'm going to do it one at a time so I don't mix up the cabling because each of these cards has 3 PCIe cables. And they're all coming from the same power supply. I don't want to mix and match. And last time I did this, I unplugged like 6 cards at once and I had to trace every cable back through. It was very annoying. So we should be good to go now. Let's go ahead and take one card off here and one card off here. Now I would also like to keep my patterning correct here. So EVGA, EVGA, EVGA. Let's remove this MSI first and get one of these smaller EVGA cards in there. But the first thing I'm immediately noticing is I've got a lot of 3060 Ti, so let's take stock of that. 3060 Ti, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. So I only really have 7 EVGA 3070s. Maybe I just keep these ASUS cards since they might be a bear to sell, but they mine just fine for now. And that would make me have 7 3070s and 4 of those, so 11 cards, which is fine. I don't have to have 12 on there, so maybe we'll do that. Go ahead and disassemble this one. I can take multiple off here at once since we're not putting this one back together. Let's take all the cards we actually want off of it first. I just had the thought, that 4090 not finding jobs, I'm wondering if I'd drop a 3060 Ti on that rig, if it would do even better. Obviously, I want that 4090 to be on a rig, but hey, if it's not mining, then maybe throw something on there that is gonna find a job. Or someone had mentioned that Red Panda had a video where he was actually CPU mining on a salad rig. And I would eventually like to dig into that a little more too, because if there was some way to make it profitable even while it's looking for a job, that would be pretty awesome as well. Because currently, when it doesn't have a job, it's barely using any watts, so it's not like it's financially detrimental, but that was a big investment in that 4090, $1,600, and I would like to be kind of earning back towards that, my ROI on that, and when it's just sitting there, it's been for 3 days now, it's not doing that, so something to think about. Okay, that should be good for now. Let's blow those cards off and then start swapping them. Okay, first card coming off here is a 3060 Ti, this little 2-fan guy. This one only had one PCIe cable, so I'm gonna need to add another one to that power supply so we can plug in this two PCI port card right here. So plug in our one power cord, and then we gotta grab another. Hopefully we got an extra port. We do. Okay, one down. All right, now next here, this is a 3060 Ti, so we need to pull this one, and we'll swap this 3070 over. This one's pretty dirty. There's a scary amount of spider webs on that bottom shelf. I guess it's probably a good thing, keeping all the bugs out of here. Okay, now, well shit, I probably needed to move that 3070 over to this spot. Do I have one to replace that one? I do not. So, let's keep moving. This is gonna end up being a For the Win 3, so we'll go ahead and slot that in. Man, I've had 3-fan cards for so long. This one looks absolutely tiny. Is it for sure a 3060 Ti? Doesn't even say anywhere. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we have our 4 ASUS cards, and I guess for now, I'll probably just leave this GPU on here, keep this 12 card rig as is. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and boot it up once I get it pushed back in there, just make sure everything works. So when we do want to turn it back on, it works fine. Make sure all my power supplies are still plugged in. Looks like they're flashing, so good there. Let's go ahead and just so far so good. I'll let you know if they pop up in HiveOS. And the shelf looks kind of crazy without anything on that middle rack right there. Bad news, this did not boot up. It's not showing up in HiveOS, which means it didn't post, which likely means I need to jiggle around some of the risers or replug them into the board. I'm not gonna do that on camera, kind of pull away from the main topic of today's video, but when I see stuff like that, I just basically reseat all the GPUs, reseat all the PCI cables, and hopefully that will fix it. Once we do that and I get that working, then we'll take the remainder of these 5 cards off, kind of disassemble this rig. I'm planning on using this power supply for a salad build coming up soon. Then we'll kind of factor what GPUs we have, what ones we want to list, and what ones we want to save for salad. Like I mentioned, like the big badass cards we'll probably save for salad, because why not? All right, you guys need to start calling me the rig whisperer, because all I did was jostle the PCIe risers, and boom, all 12 are up mining ergo. Gonna go ahead and turn that off for now. It's a little too hot to be mining that at such a big loss. Maybe if it was break even, but not today, little GPU rig. And I realized while I was waiting for that to boot, I'm kind of an idiot. I've got a 3070 EVGA sitting right up here that I missed. I'm not gonna mess with it for now. We'll leave that as is. I also have another one up here, so technically I could put those 2 on there and then maybe put these 2 on the salad rigs and have like 3 matching Founders Edition up there. Would be kind of cool. Okay, so next step, let's pull the rest of these off, get an inventory of what we have, and then list some GPUs, and then I'll clean this up. I've got a special place in my heart for these Founders Edition cards. These are from the Ethereum days. Some of the first 3070s I got, and the Founders Edition ones look so cool. They've ran totally without issue for years and years at this point. And I mean, they still just perform absolutely incredible. So I don't know if I'll ever sell these cards. They're just too awesome. I definitely want to use those for AI rigs themselves. Assuming 3070 profits stick around. And I am definitely on these rigs I'm going to be building soon. Stay tuned for that video. I'm going to put a 3060 Ti one. I'm curious to see what the jobs look like on that. And I'm still trying to get a 3060 12 gigabyte card. Look at the chunk of dust in there. One thing that I've been wondering, guys, does anyone have a good, here we go, kind of brush or tool to kind of like brush the side of the fan right here and get down in there? I think that would be a pretty good tool, but I've never seen of one or heard of one, and I could definitely use it, because you can get a GPU pretty clean, but the best way to know if a GPU has been ran hard or not is to look at the dust buildup around the outside of a fan, because that's the stuff that's basically impossible to clean from what I've found. All right, let's take an inventory of these cards. Okay, so we've got three 3060 Ti EVGA cards to sell and list. Those would be good for if someone wants to buy a mining rig. Three Founders Edition cards, one 3060 Ti, two 3070s, an MSI 3070 Supreme. I was just talking crap about MSI earlier, but this card's a beast. So these ones will all be used for AI, as well as that 3070. And it looks like I've got basically 6 cards here to list and sell. And then if I can sell each of those for, let's say 300, it probably won't be 300, but for easy math's sake, that'll be almost $2,000, which would be amazing because I'm really aiming to get like 3090s for 600 or 4070 Ti Supers for 600, which is a steal, but I'm checking Facebook every single day. I'm trying to get a real good local deal because I don't necessarily want to buy overpriced stuff, but if I can trade two 3070s for a very good AI card like one of those, then I'll be happy. Or if I can get like 3060 12 gigs for 200 bucks or something real low like that, I'll be happy as well. So from here, I'm going to totally disassemble this rig. I'm going to probably destroy the frame because I don't have room for it in my garage, but I'll save all the risers, power supplies, all of that, and move to just a easy budget metal frame if I ever want to get back into GPU mining with these cards. So that's about it. I'm going to list these on Facebook Marketplace. If you want to know how to not get scammed buying and selling GPUs, I have an older video on it right here that I'll leave up that you can watch to make sure you're always safe and not going to get scammed. Peace.